Anthony.
Marissa.
So have any of you ever been in public, either on the streets or in public transportation, on the subway, on the train, and ever seen a person or multiple people clearly enjoying their music that they're listening to on their headphones, just jamming out? And have you ever wondered what they were listening to? Well, what if there was an app in which people could share the songs that they're listening to with people in their immediate vicinity? This introduces the Songbird app. Basically, in short, this is an app where you could share your music feed with surrounding Songbird app users. And a major aspect of our launching our app will be a partnership with Spotify. So our agenda for today, what we'll be going over is research, the target market and competitors, action, the Songbird app itself, communication, media and promotional mix, evaluation measures, and finally closing remarks. So now I'm going to pass it to May to go over our target market and competitors.
We will be targeting all commuters that will be going to work or school through public transportation, and we will be targeting all genders. We don't have a specific gender, and also people who live in big cities. And then to break it down, our primary target market will be 18 years old to 24 years old, which will be college students or like fresh grad. And then our secondary market will be high schoolers from 14 years old to 18 years old. They will be more into technology and sharing their life or what they like through apps and phones. And then our competitors, we don't really have a direct competitor right now. There isn't really any app that serve the same service as us. But then we have some potential competitors, which are SoundCloud, Apple Music, and Pandora Radio. And now Marissa will explain Songbird.
So our Songbird app, like we said, would allow you to share the music you're listening to with people in your surrounding area. So the area that we have coined is 0.4 miles, which is equivalent to about 10 city blocks. The user profile on the Songbird app will consist of your username, your icon, an optional photo, your currently playing music, and your previously played songs. And you're allowed to interact with the other Songbird users and like their stuff to build your listener profile. We chose sunflowers for the pins on the app because songbirds are attracted to sunflowers. Fun fact. So we have a couple of different subscriptions. We have it for free, which is the basic level. You can view other users' currently played songs, and you can also like their music. But if you want to, you could try premium for 7 days, and then purchase it $20 for 6 months, and you will also be allowed to view their previously played, and if you like what a user has been listening to, you can subscribe to their playlist. And since we are partnering with Spotify, if you have Spotify Student, you will get premium for free.
So working with Spotify to identify potential sponsors and spokespersons with our app, we'll be picking different artists from different genres of different ages so that we can have a wide range of people. These are just an example of people from different genres who are pretty popular, but what we really want to do is capture all the different types of music that a city can listen to at different times. Using these artists, we will also be throwing some promo concerts, and using the data we gather, we're planning on having setlist concerts, which is where we kind of take all the popular artists in a certain area and we put on a concert of their music. So creating a commercial for Songbird, how we imagine it is that it's a typical person, this kind woman on the subway sitting by herself. She's about to listen to a podcast or a song of the same playlist she's been listening to, when she notices, looking around the cart, that there's people listening and jamming together, but everyone's wearing separate headsets. So as she does some research, she opens the Songbird app and realizes that she can join in and listen to the same music that everyone else is. This leads us to the last picture, where probably not that fun, but there will be a party in some way where everyone can enjoy the same type of music together and possibly learn some new experiences. Through our channels that we're targeting, digital, we're going to take a very strong social media base. We think that our target is very heavily active on social media, so we can reach them through that platform. Through Snapchat and Instagram, which is kind of daily apps that people use, we'll be applying filters, kind of like this, that Marissa drew up, where you can put on that filter and then songs that are popular in your area will play so that you can see what people around you are listening to, and this will change throughout the day. And then with our social media interaction, we will be posting data so people get to see things about their city and probably find out unknown genres that people are listening to. we're going to combine this with some outdoor advertising. So what we imagine is mostly a sort of a takeover of a certain area. So we're targeting the area in Times Square between the walk to Port Authority, where you commonly see Apple ads. We're going to have ads to take up that entire area, as well as the shuttle at Grand Central. So you can see that that's a visualization of how we will show all the different artists under our brand, serving the same purpose of showing off Songbird. Now this is our press release. To summarize, before we roll out, we'll be attending several tech expos throughout the world really. We're gonna start with the Mobile Growth Summit, which is the only one in North America. This where we will just gain insight from people and try to see how people feel about it and try to build some hype. Then we'll go to the App Promotion Summit in 2019. This is located in London. This is for us to kind of get some international buzz, and hopefully this will help us when we roll out to Europe in the calendar year. And in Cold Mobile 2019, this is mainly for us to work with other apps to see ways that we can optimize our own and grow a little more, and maybe locate some partnerships so we can expand what our app can do. Now I'll pass it to Ali for evaluation.
Okay, so for our evaluation measures, we will be similar to our promotional mix. We'll be using a combination of digital and traditional means to measure the success and the proliferation of our app. So first of all, we'll be tracking downloads and subscriptions, of course, downloads of our app, subscriptions to the premium level. We'll also be tracking individual users already of the app, their progress on the app, how many songs that they played, how many songs they listened to, and time spent on the app. We'll also be tracking our our own media, the social media platforms that we create for our app on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube. We'll be tracking the social media follower count, any engagement on that, likes and comments, of course. Next, we'll be looking at mentions on, this will be primarily Twitter, people talking about it, or it could even be applied to Instagram or Snapchat, any traces of people mentioning the name of the app. Of course, we'll be looking at reviews on the App Store. This will particularly be effective in gaining qualitative analysis and qualitative data so that we can improve the app in any way. Negative criticisms will be especially important for improving the app. And of course, lastly, we'll be looking at word of mouth, just to see if people are talking about this, to see if they're sharing it with their friends, and to gauge their general perception of how much they like the app. And in conclusion, music has always been a very defining but simultaneously freeing way for people to express themselves. While studies have shown that musical preferences are in alignment with certain personality traits, for example, if you like a certain genre of music, they'll be more likely to possess certain personality traits. At the same time, you can never just look at someone from the outside and be able to tell exactly what kind of music they like, and you might be surprised. So Songbird creates seamless connections between strangers where you can find new music and share songs that you think everybody should hear. And music has always brought people together and created friendships when you least expect it. So the self-expressive and unifying nature of our app will lead to people being proud to show off their musical tastes and see parts of themselves in other people. Thank you very much for your time.